Alright, so we have global Dokkan data downloaded for part 3 of the anniversary, and this basically encapsulates everything that's coming for the global anniversary. So we know exactly the dates that everything's going to be coming out and things like that. So let's just hop right into it. So first and foremost, we have the promo movie for part 3, the anniversary here. Again, it's just showing all the anniversary events, and this is basically, this kind of hinted at like the anniversary like actual event that's going to be coming in about a week from now. So that's pretty cool. The anniversary we'll cover in a bit. Lots of rewards there, very good equipment, right? We'll go more in depth in this video right here. We had the Majin Buu Saga Extreme Z area, and the Awakening for Hercule, and then the LR Babidi. I did talk about them earlier in a separate video when the actual like events were teased in game, right? We did talk about them. Hercule and Babidi, they're fine, right? Overall, I think that Babidi's fine. Majin Vegeta could have been better. Hercule is kind of but you know, I guess some value could be there with the revive, but I don't know. I think there could have been like differences in these units' designs to make them better, but they're not the worst free-to-play units ever. Especially the Babidi portion of this card, I think you could have a lot of value in like super battle stages. He's an extreme class support unit too, so him giving like key and stats to extreme class units will just always be helpful, especially key wise for extreme class units. Very, very good to have. So that is it for Babidi and then the Hercule. Now we have the more exciting things, the events, the difficult content that's coming. So Shenron on Global, this releases on the 31st midnight GMT, which I believe that is reset time. Let me actually check one thing. I want to check. So that is, yeah, that's the reset time. So it would be whatever the login reset time is, just generally, not your like your login bonus time, but whenever like the celebration info drops like that on the 31st is when that's gonna happen, or I guess the 31st slash the 30th, depending on your time zone, right? But basically Sunday, Monday is when you will be able to see the Sin Shenron event actually drop on the global version. The Sin Shenron event is still pretty difficult. Don't get it twisted that, you know, Omega's out, Sin Shenron, you know, it's nothing, right? Sin Shenron is still the second hardest boss in the game and can give a lot of, you know, enemies issues. Maybe I'll do a video talking more in depth about how this event works, best strategies, best units for it, but I feel like that's also kind of obvious at this point. Really, just the, you know, Orange Piccolo is really good here, GT Duo, Dragon Ball Z Duo, Bulma, right? There's been a lot of time for global players to prep for the Sin Shenron event very properly, because it's been out on 6 months on the JP version. So you guys kind of, from a backseat point of view, seeing different, you know, even just the stats and Dokkan info, and you know that there's AoEs, you know, Orange Piccolo can counter those essentially, or like cancel them out more so. You guys will understand how exactly to beat Sin. But there are category missions that I feel like people aren't talking about. There are category missions for this that aren't really too bad. Specifically right here, if you take a look here, when this came out on GP, this was a little more difficult, where you want to beat stage 7 with 3 Power of Wishes category allies units. But now that's not really a big deal, because Power Wishes has gotten, like, literally, every single celebration has gotten a Power Wishes, like, unit, basically. So it's not really that bad. This one is just clearing the event, so, yeah, I mean, this isn't really too bad. Again, when this came out, Power Wishes was a pretty weak team, but now it's not. It's very easy to go ahead and get that mission done on global, so that's a good thing, right? And you're able to get just some extra stones. You can unlock the support memory. It's not really a good support memory, but it's fine, right? You know, it's not the worst ever. Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, you could use this for like Omega's team. Yeah, the Omega Shenron GT bosses team, you could use that, huh? But yeah, don't underestimate how hard this is. don't underestimate with this guy's super attack either. It could hit pretty hard. Like, you can, this guy goes down like so easily if you like go all out with the anniversary units. And then you get this guy in like turn 2 or turn 3, and he absolutely obliterates your units because he's just AJO Broly, but like on turn 2 or 3, which is very difficult. And he does have his AoE still. Again, the second AoE attack doesn't do nearly as much damage, but it can still be annoying. So you got to be careful about that. Now there is the 8th anniversary battle. These do also come with missions. We'll talk about Vegeta and Gogeta in a bit here. But there are the 8th anniversary battles right here. Basically, you just fight through each of them. The 1st anniversary, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. I did find the 7th anniversary battles to be relatively difficult. They don't hit that hard, but they're quite tanky, and they can kind of whittle you down a little. And I did find like the first phases of these two fights right here to be a little difficult. They actually hit, so for pretty decent damage, right? So I would say they're not like these two specifically. They're not like this completely fodder enemies, but they're not like, you know, Sin Shenron event level, or I would even say they're like Broly kind of difficulty level. They're a little easier than that, but they're not drastically easy. I feel like people will play these two events and be like, okay, you know, they're relatively difficult, right? They're at least maybe more difficult than you would potentially anticipate. Unless you get really good RNG and just destroy them, which is a very arguable thing to happen. The first few stages not really bad, like especially just the first 5, they're very meh, right? This phase could potentially catch you off guard, potentially, but not really that big of a deal. And that's what I would say. So yeah, there are missions. Again, the biggest thing is that you can get anniversary equipment. So, and you also get like 88 stones, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 80 stones here, then another 8 stones from clearing all the stages. So you get a total of 88 stones from this event, which is really good. And you get these really busted anniversary equips. I don't know if I could open them and then show them. I guess I can't really show them. Is there like a gold slot character specific one I could show y'all? Oh god, this is gonna take forever to search for. I think if I go down here, they're different for each character. Some of them are different for each character at least. Like this is good. Like you get defense and then additional like that. For the 8th anniversary alarms, you get critical 5. Oh yeah, it shows right here. I'm stupid. 5 crit 5 additional, 4 crit 4 additional, and then 800 defense. That's really good. 7th anniversary units, their defense gets pretty reasonably higher if you give them all these equips here. And I feel like a lot of people on global maybe have the 8th anniversary or the 7th anniversary alarms a little lower than what JP players would be in terms of overall strength, obviously because you guys don't have these equips. It gives a lot of defense, and considering they're stackers, it does help out quite a lot. But you know, like these equips aren't gonna save like the 3rd anniversary units or the 2nd anniversary units, right? They're just kind of still there. But it's still pretty cool. Who knows? Maybe these units will breed Easy A in the future, like Easy A2 or something will happen. And they did talk about it before, so it could always be a possibility, and it would be nice to have these equipments here. But yeah, this does drop on the 7th, so like basically right at the end of the anniversary. This is in a week after the Sin event will drop, right? So Sunday/Monday, depending on your time zone, is when they will drop. So a week after Sin Shenron, basically an exact week after that. So let's think about it. Okay, you're getting 88 stones from here. Sin Shenron will give you about 15 stones. Then you have the 2 blue fusions EZAs, which will give you about, what, 33 stones each? So you're getting like basically around 150 stones, essentially just from part 3 alone, right? Just from these specific events, not counting login bonuses, not counting missions. Really, really good. The Extreme Z area weaknesses, pure Saiyans and then Realm on Gods. So kind of the thing you want to do. You want to go get Gogeta done first, I'd say. And then take Gogeta into Vegito's event because he has the advantage there, whilst Vegito doesn't have the advantage in here. It's just because Gogeta fought Broly and Vegito fought Zamasu here. But yeah, Gogeta's actually really good in this Vegito Extreme Z battle, so that's gonna be nice for y'all. Dude, I keep like tripping up my words. I mean, again, these guys are just very valuable, I think, especially in the Sin fight or like these shorter events. You guys are gonna use these guys, and it's gonna be just heaven having how like the blue fusions as good as they are. They're just absolutely incredible. They're designed well. They're gonna age extremely well, I feel like, with just the guaranteed dodge that they get when they transform into blue for that first turn. It's just going to be very nice, right? You're gonna have a lot of fun with that guaranteed dodge. And then what happens usually in like these events like Sin or something like that is you get the guaranteed dodge turn. They come back, use the active skill in the third slot, which still gives them that 70% chance to dodge, and you just absolutely go ham, right, with both of them with their 70% dodge chances. Actually, just incredible designs, right? Just they build up really quickly. They have the 3-turn defensive stack 50%. That's actually quite good. They're just great. Just amazing units. Good link set. A lot of teams that they're helpful on. Great addition to the. They're not actually on Power, which is funny enough, but they're on the what is it? Final Trump card team led by the Super Saiyan 3 duo. So that's cool. I say Super Saiyan 3 duo, but the Dragon Ball Z duo, right? The Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, right? So I feel like I don't really have to talk about these guys too much. Like, you guys have all been waiting for these guys and know exactly how they work, right? I also do showcases on them. They do release on the 2nd. So yeah, and they only last for a week technically. So you want to make sure you get that done, obviously. So on the 2nd, obviously I'll do showcases for them there. Now we have the extreme chain battle, explosive chain battle. I mean, what do I have? Kaigoku put up? That's weird. I said extreme chain battle, explosive chain battle. Goodness, I am actually. This is a terrible video. I'm so sorry, y'all. But versus Vegeta Nappa, pretty simple. Power Witches, Earthbird Fighters, Wicked Bloodline. This is very easy. It's basically just the Saiyan Saga Gokus, and then I think for what was it, Extreme Class? Was it just? Dang, it's been quite some time. Let me see if I could pull up the actual video here. I bet I can. Like if I search up Vegeta and Nappa, yeah. See, I even the video title, easy top 1%. So what did I get here in terms of my score? Did I show it here? So what's the lineup that I used here? Let me see. This one got me my top 1% score right here. So we have, yeah, just first form Friezas, Golden Friezas in there, and then the Kaioken Gokus. There's a chart that Misaka made. If you follow Misaka on Twitter, right? That's pretty good, but it's very, very simple to get that. There's the, what's it called? Burst modes coming for the blue fusions as well. Those actually drop again on the 2nd with the blue fusions, and I assume the chain battle drops on the same day. Heavenly Events and Fusion for Vegito, and then G2 Boss and Batara for Gogeta. I do have videos talking about like all the different options and units you could use, so if you want to prep for that ahead of the channel, that is on the channel, so feel free to check it out. But these shouldn't be too bad. Not really, no. Is there any units on Global that's like arrived? Super Boo you could use here. The Go Tank Sub EZAs you could use here. Like, they're also on the fusion category, right? Potara hasn't really gotten anyone. GT Bosses, Global hasn't gotten anyone, I think. No. Global, you guys have the 17s. So you could use the 17s on there if you have them, and that'll make that pretty easier for you. But otherwise, not too bad. You could have the themes right here. The theme song's really sick. The 8th anniversary loading screens. Very cool loading screens. They look very nice for sure. Big fan of how these loading screens are looking like here. Just very nice. The actual BGM schedule, so it's Dragon Soul to Chozo to Dynamic and to We Were Angels. And then it seems like updated SSR Force tickets. I don't know, like, okay, so I pull this up. This is what's on the wiki. I guess they're going to update this banner, so keep that in mind. We don't know what characters are going to be up there. We'll see. It says it's not going to expire. We'll see what happens, right? This SSR Force ticket, it's not saying when it actually will drop, but I guess we'll see in the celebration info when it drops. So, pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think. If you're excited for Blue Fusions, I know everyone is excited for the Blue Fusions the most. and we'll catch you next time. Peace out.